Hey, it's Nina, and I was gonna share with you my avocado chocolate chip cookies. Yes, avocados in your cookies. So, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need one very ripe, kind of soft avocado, peanut butter, protein powder, honey, chocolate chips, vanilla, and sea salt. So, let's get started. So what you're going to do is you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we'll start by taking our avocado, our nice soft avocado. And yep, ain't that pretty? We're going to scrape this bad boy out and we're going to smash it up. Put it out. And you can actually put the avocado in a food processor or a blender to get it nice and smooth. I personally prefer to do it this way right now just because I don't want to blow your ears out with my blender. So we're going to get this smashed up to the best of our abilities. And because it's really soft and creamy right now, it is very easy to do. So, and then we are going to take a half cup of protein powder, which a half cup from this one in particular is actually 2 scoops of protein powder, and that actually equates to half a cup. But if you don't want to use protein powder or you don't have protein powder on hand, you can actually take regular oatmeal, get a half cup of oatmeal, put it in your food processor or blender, and grind it up until it's really fine, like flour, and you can substitute that. And it will change up the consistency and the baking time, but it can still be used. We're going to give that a little bit of a stir. Nothing special right now. And now we are going to put in a half cup of peanut butter. The creamier it is, the better, because it'll just mix up better. I'm at the bottom of my jar, so like all the oils have been used up on this thing. You can use any nut butter that you like. If you have a peanut allergy and you use almond butter or sunflower seed butter, cashew butter, any kind of nut butter would be good. I think I've tried this with almond butter before and cashew butter, and it was actually pretty good. I don't discriminate. I love all nut butters. Get that peanut butter in there. And I don't know if you can hear my children screaming in the background. They're obviously fighting. Just when you think that you have them under control. Okay, so again, give that a little bit of a stir. Slowly coming together. And now we are going to put in a 1/4 of a cup of honey. You can also substitute maple syrup for this. I personally love honey. I usually like the local honey that we have here, but I used it all up, so I no longer have any more. Get this guy in here. And again, give this a stir. Now we're starting to get somewhere. This doesn't help that I have my bowl raised on a little Lazy Susan thing, so it's just moving while I'm trying to stir. Okay. And I do have some chunks of avocado in here, which, again, if I used a blender, if I did use a blender, it would have been a lot better. But the little chunks of avocado don't bother me. Really doesn't affect the taste, but if you don't want them in there, yeah. Blend it up. All right. And it's going to be a teaspoon of vanilla extract, which I don't know where my teaspoon is. The kids have stolen it. So that's about a teaspoon. And a dash of sea salt, which is probably about an eighth if you want to completely measure it. That's good for me. Mix that up real good. And now we're starting to get, cookie dough look. And now the best part are chocolate chips, which is about 1/4 of a cup. And my baby is screaming, so hopefully I can finish before she comes bolting out of the room, screaming, crying. This is what happens when you homeschool. You have your children with you at all times, so you don't really have alone time. You kind of have to work around their quiet time, and I think their quiet time's already over. All right. Throwing dough everywhere. But here we go. Cookie dough. And now I'm going to take a little baking sheet. It doesn't have to be real big. Depending on the size of your cookies, you'll probably need a bigger or smaller sheet. I, being a former baker, make my cookies pretty big. So I ended up with like 5 cookies on my last recipe that I made. But this dough, just however you form them is how they're going to turn out, because they don't really flatten out or spread. So you just want to form it into your own little cookie. And you'll go ahead, you'll make these cookies. And once you have your tray all filled up with your cookies, you're going to put them in the oven at 350 degrees. And I would start with about 12 to 15 minutes. And if you did it my way, they will take about 18 to 20 minutes to bake, but I would start with the less time. Therefore, you can gauge it every time the timer goes off, see if they're ready, and you can add a little bit more time each time. Now, if you use oatmeal instead of the protein powder, they will probably bake quicker and need a little less time. They will probably also have maybe more of a cookie flavor or a consistency, I mean, because mine, when I made them this way, had more of a fudge-like consistency. They don't look any different than from what the raw version, but they're really, really good. I promise you. So I hope you give these a try. And if you need to go hide somewhere to get away from the kids and just eat some, good for you cookies and indulge in them, I would totally suggest that too. So until next time, enjoy. Have any questions, please ask. And again, just recipes are a guideline. Adjust them to suit your own nutritional needs, and your own taste. All right, bye.